Hello, welcome to Somerset News Network. Sorry I've been away for a while. I've had a little bit of a health scare. I thought I just had a bad cold and I was feeling rotten. Anyway, one day I passed out. Wife called the ambulance and I was in hospital and I was out, unconscious, for 2 days with pneumonia and CO2 poisoning. My lungs had filled up with water and it wasn't clearing the CO2. That was going into my bloodstream and all sorts of little things were going wrong with me. So I think I've had CO2 poisoning for at least 6 months, if not maybe 8. Because all the little things that have been wrong with my eyes, couldn't focus, and my hands would seize up. And I just thought it was, getting old and arthritis. But everything's back to normal now, almost. And I'm under the doctor, and he's looking after me, and I got a nurse coming tomorrow morning to check me pacemaker. So we're doing all right. But we've got 8 days to go, and we've now got a general election. Now, they tell us that Labour are going to win by a handsome majority. They could have over 500 seats. And the last thing I want is a majority Labour government. It's going to be a disaster for the country. They're going to borrow too much money because they don't want to tax us, because they told us they weren't going to tax us anymore. Or they're going to put taxes up on everything, saying, the Conservatives have cost the country so much we got to pay the money back and all this sort of thing. So, God help us. What's going to happen, we don't know. But it's up to us. We've got to be smart voters. Now, I'm not going to tell anybody how to vote, but I'm voting reform. I've got a Conservative Party candidate who's the sitting MP. It's been a good constituency MP to me, helped me out tremendously. But I think his majority needs to be cut a little bit. So I'm voting reform. Not that I'm anti-Tory, I'm anti-Sunak government. We've now got Cameron back as Foreign Secretary and they dumped him in the House of Lords so he could do it. So he's got no way of going to the Commons and being accountable to the backbenchers in there. I don't like that. That's not how our democracy works. If we can have a member of the House of Lords being a senior minister, does that mean we could see a member of the House of Lords being a Prime Minister again? I thought we'd stopped all that. Now, if you are living somewhere in the country and you don't want to vote Conservative, because I wouldn't vote Conservative at this time, voted Conservative most of my life. But I just can't vote for this lot. I remember when Maggie Thatcher was in, she had a bunch of people around her. They used to call them Tory wets. They were lefty Tories. Well, we've now got lefty Tories in charge, and they're more Labour than Labour. So we've got to get rid of them. But we don't want to replace them with a majority Labour government. So let's vote smart. I suggest that if you've got a constituency where you think you're going to get a Labour MP, vote reform. Let's get some reform MPs into Parliament. Let's make those polls, you see the polls? They're suggesting that there's 47% vote for Labour. I don't believe that for 1 minute. But yeah, Labour might have a majority because nobody wants to vote Conservative. And I can see that. But when have the polls ever been right? They're doing it as if the polls know it all. As far as I can remember, all the last elections we've had, the polls have got it wrong every time. Look what they did with Brexit. They said, oh, it's too close to call, but it looks like Remain are going to win. I saw a poll. Now, normally the poll, let me just explain. Normally the polls are 200 to 300 people, and they're done by the newspapers. And they're done by polling companies for the newspapers. But only 200 or 300 people. And yeah, they were close. They were, 49, 47, whatever it was. I saw a poll, and it was 80,000 people. And it was, the vote to leave was 80%. Now, I was working with Brexit at the time, and I did a couple of videos interviewing the candidates for the election, for the Brexit Party. Brilliant bunch of people. Ordinary people like you and me. That's what we need in Parliament. Not the elites who have been to private schools, or Labour MPs that haven't never had a proper job. Well, I'm gonna admit some have, but the majority of them haven't. And they're like political animals. That's all they know. And they all say the right thing. And they all lie. And we know they lie. So, I suggest we all vote reform and show everybody that we're in charge. The people are in charge. I wish Nigel Farage all the best of luck. And every candidate that's standing, I hope you win. Anyway, Ian, that's my little talk for today. 8 days to go to the election, and I'm hoping now to do more videos. Ian, signing off. Have a nice day.